Kong's ecosystem, adapting to Skull Island's perils. Dense mist curls between jagged cliffs as the sound of waves crashes against the blackened rocks of Skull Island. The camera swoops low, following a trail through a steaming jungle, where vines thicker than a man's torso hang like serpents from towering prehistoric trees. Somewhere in the distance, a roar splits the sky, deep, resonant, and powerful enough to send flocks of strange, winged reptiles screaming into the clouds. This is Skull Island, a place where the laws of nature have teeth, claws, and an appetite. Every step is a gamble, every shadow hides a hunter. Here, survival is not just about strength, but about adapting faster than the island itself can kill you. Most people think of Skull Island and picture only Kang, the towering guardian, the last of his kind. But his battles with other titans are only part of the story. The island is alive with dangers unseen by the outside world. Swamps that pull you under with a living hunger, insects the size of wolves with stingers like javelins, and silent predators that stalk from the treetops, never making a sound until their prey is gone. Even Kong, with his unmatched size and strength, is not invincible here. Every day he faces rivals, natural hazards, and the constant pressure of protecting his territory. The truth is, Skull Island itself is the greatest predator of all, and every creature here is in an endless arms race to survive it. In the island's tangled ecosystem, the apex predators rule with cunning, not just brute force. Take the Deathstalker lizard, a reptile as long as a bus, with skin patterned like the jungle floor. It waits motionless for hours, its nostrils sensing the faintest change in air currents, before striking in a blur too fast for the eye. Or the Skytor pterosaurs, whose razor beaks can slice through armored prey mid-flight. They hunt in coordinated packs, driving herds of smaller creatures into ambush zones. Some of these hunters display shocking intelligence. Observers have documented the bonebacks, massive, spiked reptilians, using environmental traps. They'll drive prey into narrow gorges where there's no escape, a hunting tactic passed down over generations. But predators are only half the story. On Skull Island, the hunted are just as ingenious. Some wield natural weapons. The venom vine serpent carries a neurotoxin so potent that even a scratch can stop a titan's heart. The stonehide boar has armor plates fused to its skeleton, making it impervious to nearly any bite. Others turn to camouflage and trickery. The ghost mantis is nearly invisible among Skull Island's giant orchids, striking only when prey wanders too close. Then there are the mirror frogs, whose shimmering skin reflects the colors of their surroundings, effectively erasing them from sight. Perhaps the most fascinating are the symbiotic alliances, creatures that survive by working together. Shellback crabs allow tiny flame beetles to live on their shells. In return, the beetles release bursts of fire to ward off attackers. Even Kong has been seen gently moving these creatures, almost as if aware of their mutual benefit to the ecosystem. Kong is not simply a warrior. He is the beating heart of Skull Island's ecological balance. Without him, the apex predators would multiply unchecked, driving lesser species to extinction. His patrols through the island create safe corridors where smaller creatures can graze. He knows the terrain better than any map could capture, using hidden caves, high ridges, and deep lagoons as both defense and ambush points. When titans like the skull crawlers threaten the island, it is Kong who pushes them back, often at great personal cost. In many ways, he is both a gardener and a guardian. When he topples ancient trees to build his massive nests, sunlight pours into the forest floor, triggering explosions of plant growth. Herbivores thrive, which in turn feeds the predators, maintaining the cycle of life. From dawn to dusk, Skull Island breathes with an uneasy rhythm. Mornings are alive with the calls of strange birds and the distant splashes of river beasts. By midday, the jungle simmers under a humid haze, and the hunters stir. In one hidden clearing, a flock of feathered scavengers picks at the remains of a bone-back kill. In another, a group of tree-dwelling primates shadow Kong's movements. Knowing his presence means temporary safety from aerial attacks. But peace never lasts. As night falls, the air vibrates with the low hum of the nightmaw wasps, whose venom-laced stingers can pierce even stonehide armor. Fireflies the size of lanterns drift above the swamp, beautiful, but luring the unwary into bogs that swallow them whole. Every heartbeat here is a test. Every choice, to move, to hide, to fight, is a gamble. The greatest threats on Skull Island are not always the biggest. Some are invisible until it's too late. Parasites that burrow into the bloodstream, spores from the crimson bloom plant that cause paralysis, rivers that shift overnight and drown entire habitats. Even Kong has scars from encounters with dangers too small to see. He's been observed treating wounds by rubbing them with the sap of the ironbark tree, which acts as a natural antiseptic, a rare glimpse into his problem-solving intelligence. While Skull Island seems eternal, it exists on a knife's edge. A single imbalance. Too many predators, a disease sweeping through a keystone species, or human interference, could unravel the web of life here. Recent expeditions have already left their mark. Unfamiliar bacteria introduced by humans, abandoned equipment, altering migration paths, and poachers seeking rare animal parts. The island's defenses, even with Kong's might, may not hold forever. As dawn breaks once again over Skull Island, mist curling off the cliffs, Kong stands silhouetted against the rising sun. Below him, the island stirs. Predators hunt, prey flees, plants bloom, and the cycle continues. Skull Island is a paradox. Deadly yet beautiful, savage yet balanced. Here, life doesn't just survive. It adapts, it thrives, and it tells a story as old as time itself. And in the center of it all, Kong remains, not just as king, but as the island's living heartbeat, the guardian of a world where extinction is always one misstep away. Because in this place, every breath is earned, every sunrise is a victory, and every step could still be your last.